What's up, everybody? I'm back at another video. Now for this one, this is gonna be our final review of Happy Death Day to You. Now I done the first review, and then I also done why I love Happy Death Day to You. So basically that's still a review. So this will be our final review of Happy Death Day to You. Now we're gonna start off with the shout outs. We're gonna get two people I wanna give a shout out to just because I want to, and they need to get more subscribers than they have. So yeah, so I'm gonna give a huge shout out to Kyle Valder. He needs try to make him get to 60. And Edith Myers, I want to give a shout out to her. Make sure she hits 30. So yeah, I just start with the shoutouts. Now the shoutouts over. Now let's go with this review. Now, Happy Death Day to You is amazing movie. It felt like a big movie because the story wise was great. And it was different from the first one. The first one, great film. 10 out of 10 movie. Or 9 out of 10. I would give the first one 9.5 out of 10. That's still a great ass movie. And this movie right here, I would give this movie 11.5 out of 10. This movie is a great movie. This movie is way better than the first one. I loved it. So yeah, this is probably like 100% out of 10 for me. Like, this movie is great. They explore a little bit about time travel and shit like that. They explore time travel and shit. Like, it was great. And the story was a little different. I liked how they did the time travel and they had to try to stop the loop for it to get even worse. And the killer's still after him and shit. And then this film was even better than the first Happy Death Day. Now this film has like 66 on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that. 60 something on Rotten Tomatoes, 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, or something like that. That's not that much of a flop, but it's decent, especially for this movie. And these movies are basically a mixture between, say, what was it? Back to the Future 2 mixed with Scream and mixed with Groundhog Day mixed in one. That's what these movies are like. And Happy Death Day to You is just great. For a PG-13 movie, like, literally, how hard is it to make a great horror film? I know it takes a lot of work, but how hard is it to make a good one with a good story? Like, this film right here is just amazing. One of my favorite horror films of all time. One of them, and I love horror films a lot. And this film ain't that scary, but it's still a horror film. And the comedy in this movie fit well. I love this freaking movie. I love everything about it. I love it from start to finish. Happy Death Day to You is just even better than the original Happy Death Day. I couldn't believe it. Like, a good sequel. Can't go nothing wrong with that, right? Normally, the first two will be the best ones, and the rest of them will suck. So, hopefully, the third one will be as good as 1 and 2. Because there's a credit scene at the end that gets you ready for Happy Death Day 3. So, yeah. So, I enjoy this film a lot. Like, this film is one of my favorite horror films of all time. But it ain't as near as good as Halloween. Halloween's my number one horror film. But yeah, this is up there for being one of the greatest horror films. But this is PG-13, and what's crazy about it's PG-13, and somebody still knows how to make a good movie out of a PG-13 horror film. Like, literally. Like, they got a bunch of producers out there that make a rated R movie that'll make it suck ass. And look at this movie. Look at Happy Death Day 1 and 2. PG-13, they are so good. They're good movies. They're good horror films, and they're PG-13. Like, literally. And then in the Insidious franchise, that's PG-13. All those are PG-13. And sometimes they didn't even feel like a PG-13 movie. Like, this film right here is so amazing, so good. If you haven't seen Happy Death Day to You, y'all should definitely check it out. Like, what are you waiting for? This film is just amazing. And it's a mystery, that's why, like, it's sort of like Scream mixed with Groundhog Day. And and mixed with Back to the Future 2. Even though I hadn't seen it, I just heard people talk about it. But Back to the Future 2, yeah, I heard people talk about it. But yeah, this film, great story, great characters, great acting. The comedy in this movie was freaking hilarious. I died laughing. And I think that Happy Death Day 3, which is, I don't know what they're going to call that one, because they call this one Happy Death Day to you. What do you think they'll call number 3, you know? I want this to be just a trilogy and then stop there, because that would be good. A trilogy of Happy Death Day and stop there. And you never know, like, the part 3 could probably be one of the biggest horror films. You never know, because the way the story they told in this movie felt like a big movie. Because Back to the Future 2, I think, was like a big movie at the time. And they put that with this, so that makes it like kind of big, you know. Like, I think Happy Death Day 3 is probably gonna make quite a bit of money, possibly. So yeah, I enjoy Happy Death Day to You a lot. One of my favorite, especially my favorite PG-13 horror films, and stuff. But yeah, you know, there's not many PG-13 horror films out there that's great, you know, literally. And but you know, they do got some crazy ass rated R movies, but yeah, like how, but they made some rated R movies suck. Like, how would they make a bad horror film, have a rated R movie, and then make the freaking PG-13 movie better than the rated R freaking horror film? How? Like, look at Halloween. Those are freaking amazing, but that's how you make a good horror film. But some of them start sucking through the time goes by. So yeah, I enjoy Happy Death Day to You. It's well worth watching. You will not die just about watching it. You will not be disappointed in this movie. This delivered the hype that I did not think it would top the first one. I did not think it would top the first one whatsoever. I did not think that, but it did. It was even way better than the first one. It's more rewatchable than the first one too. Because I watched the first one countless times. But this film right here is more rewatchable than the first one. The best story than the first one, even though the first one had a great story too. But this one had the best story. This one's even more mind-blowing than the first one. This one's even more fun than the first one. Love the sequel. This is how you do a great sequel. Happy Death Day to You. I'm not even joking. Like, I could talk about this movie for hours and days at a time. This movie is great. 100% out of 10. That's what I would give Happy Death Day to You. 100% out of 10. Love this fucking movie. Love it. Love this movie. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all enjoyed this review, please hit the like button and please subscribe and share, and also hit the bell so you know when the videos uploaded. Peace out. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'm out. Peace.